Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Loop. I'd like to share with you a quick personal story that I know will inspire you to give more, and by giving more, it's going to help you attract more abundance and prosperity in your own life. Now, this story takes place way back when I was 8 years old, living in the small town of Monroe, Michigan. My family, mother, father, sister, and myself, we lived in a 400 square foot duplex on West 8th Street. Now, if you're not familiar with what a duplex is, picture a one-story home with a divider in the center. Then you have one family living on one side, and then one family living on the other side, right? Now, I wasn't really too preoccupied with the size of the home. I just knew that, my friends had a much bigger house than I did in the same neighborhood. But when you're that young, you don't really think about those things. You don't have time to think about, if your parents can pay the bills or not, because you're busy playing, hanging out with friends and such. Well, I remember one night at church, we used to have a food drive once a month, normally to support the church members, but also to, if somebody knew a friend or they had a friend of the family that wasn't doing so well, they would have this food drive, also known as a pounding, and the church members would go ahead and bring in just bags and bags and bags of food. So I thought that was really cool, just something that this organization would do on a regular basis. They would consistently give to others to help out people in need. Well, one night after the church service, we're just hanging out, sitting at home, and I hear this knock on the door, and it was my papa, my grandpa, right? And he's got these two big bags of food in his hand. And I was thinking, okay, well, why does he have bags of food in his hand? So I open up the door, and then literally him and I think it was 3 other church deacons at that time, they kept bringing in food into the house. I mean, just shoveling it in almost. And I was kind of taken back because I didn't know our financial situation, but it turns out that evening, they were talking to my grandfather, and they didn't really have money to pay the bills the following week, nor to buy food. And I was totally stunned, right? Because, again, as a child, you really don't think about this. That one situation alone left such a great impact on me about, giving, just for the sake of giving, helping out another person, because you don't know how far your actions are going to go and inspire this other individual to do great things in the world later on. That's just one of the most powerful memories, as I recall from my childhood, about act of kindness. It was something that struck me so deep that I wanted to consistently return the favor to other people. That's why in my life, just another reason why I like to give a lot, not just in terms of money, but also just my time to organizations or to people in need. I remember the other day I was at a bank, and there's a security guard. She's out in the sun, blistering heat, 95 degrees here in Atlanta, every single day. So I picked up a bottle of Fiji water at the local CVS, and I just brought it out to her. She was totally stunned and blown away just by this act of kindness. So I want to encourage you with this video and help inspire you that you're going to go ahead and give more. You might not know necessarily how it's going to transform that person's life or, just the impact that it will have, but give just for the fact that it feels great. You're helping out this other person or individual in a certain situation, and I can guarantee you that it will be given back to you tenfold in the future, right? It's just amazing how things come full circle, and you realize abundance and prosperity in your own life, and I've just reflected on that today. So I wanted to share this message with you today. By no means did I always come from a successful background. My family, at certain instances, didn't have money to pay the bills, to buy groceries, and at that point in their life, they had somebody to help them out. So make it a point today to do one thing every day to help inspire or transform, or just to get somebody over that hump in their life. And I can guarantee you it's probably one of the most fulfilling things that you'll ever do. It takes a few minutes, yet the results are life-changing. Hopefully my story inspired you today, and if it did, please click the like button below. If we're not already connected, you can go to my blog at dcincome.com/blog and subscribe. And what I do typically is I post inspirational videos, but I also like to post different ways that you can help gain more prosperity and abundance in your life. How to earn more, how to live more, and ultimately give back. Because at the end of the day, giving from abundance, giving from the heart, it's just some of the most rewarding things that you can do, and it feels just fantastic. So I want to encourage you to do that. Hopefully you like this video. This is Dr. Matthew Loop. I'll see you next time.